Hello students. Our next topic is e-procurement. So e-procurement is definitely related with the ERP system as well as different industries where something is going to manufacture. So we should know while any manufacturing industry is going to design or develop some products, what do you mean by a procurement? So before going to learn what is e-procurement, basically we should know what do you mean by a procurement. So procurement is if you go in dictionary and search for procurement, procurement is something uh, the process of acquiring the information or acquiring some data or acquiring some material. So easily you can understand as procurement is acquiring something. Okay, so technically we'll go to the procurement definition. We'll see what is procurement. So procurement, as you can read here, procurement is the act of obtaining goods or services typically for the business purpose. As you remember, we already learned bill of material, inventory, MRP. So in MRP or in inventory, we usually find out what is, or we usually study what is inside the inventory, how much material is available, and how much material we need to purchase, we need to import to our business so that we can design remaining products. So for that, the procurement word is used. So procurement is acquiring those goods or services for your business and for your advancement in the production. So procurement is most commonly associated terms in the business you will hear, and companies need to purchase different goods, and those goods are relatively in large scale. So as you know, if I need to uh, develop 100 products, I have order of 100 products, and I don't have anything in the inventory to design or develop those products, so I need relatively large scale of products or material to be purchased, and that is done with the help of procurement. So the term is used to purchase those kinds of goods or services is called as a procurement. So a professional procurement process can be beneficial if you are looking for streamline in a supply chain to your supply chain. So we know what is a supply chain. Supply chain is the raw material coming from some organizations or some businesses. We are using that raw material to develop our products, and then we are delivering those products to the required company. So that is the basic supply chain, and in the supply chain you will always find the term procurement. Now this was about a procurement, simple procurement, and previously before this ERP systems and online systems, they were using, or all the businesses were using manual procurement system. That means they were not using any computer system to maintain the data. They were using pen and paper. By using pen and paper, they used to maintain their data, how much material purchased, how much material used, how much material available in the inventory. All these things were on the paper. Now uh, the advancement came in the industry. Now businesses are using all the things online. They are using different IT structures, IT technologies. So the term came e-procurement, and e-procurement is the service given by the government itself. They are providing some platform to all the sellers and buyers. On that platform, sellers can sell their goods and services, and buyers can buy their goods, required goods and required services from the same portal. So those portals are called as e-procurement tools. Now, e-procurement, so what is e-procurement basically? So it is the same process, buying, selling, or purchasing goods and services, but e-procurement refers to the process of purchase and sale of goods or services through electronic method. That is why the name as e, and it is primarily on the internet. So e-procurement portals are designed for users to register as a buyer or supplier or seller and submit all the documents which are necessary documents to authenticate the person and take part in the tendering process. So tendering means what? Providing some tenders, and with the help of tenders all suppliers come all together and they provide bids on the products or goods, and according to their goods and uh, different what we can say uh, bidding processes, they get the goods. So this is e-procurement process. Now e-procurement websites allows users to register for the selling or buying goods and services, and depending on the approaches, the prices or bids are invited, as we discussed previously. Uh, on that, the transaction, so these are the processes basically. So transactions are first initiated, and then bids are auctions or taken on the goods, and it is initiated, and then according to auctions whoever will finish or end up with the bid, he is going to complete that transaction and purchase may happen. Here you can see traditional versus e-procurement, that means online procurement processes. So what happens in traditional, you can see on the left side, traditional purchasing was like, if you have a need, the square is representing need, uh, get approval. I have need for or our business is in need of this kind of material. So get approval from the purchase department and inform to the purchase department. Then again, purchase department will request a quote, request for the quotation, and the department will create a purchase order, and whatever material they ordered, they will get that material in a week, probably in a week. Now, this was the traditional method where to purchase any material we need a week. Now, the same thing happens very easily since everything is online. So, approvals get easily. If you will see on right side, internet purchasing, if I have a need of material, search for that approval and go on the website, check for the catalog which you need to purchase and approve that from catalog online and order online. See, this internet purchasing e-procurement is same as something you are purchasing online from Flipkart or purchasing from Amazon. So as I need to purchase refrigerator, so what will happen? I'll go on the category electronic, and there I'll find refrigerator. I'll check what are different kinds of varieties are available. Varieties are like ratings: 5-star rating, 3-star, 4-star rating. Then we have how much liter of refrigerator, double door, single door, and then we check or we come to one final selection of the refrigerator. We select one refrigerator, approve that, and we click on buy or order, and then we order that refrigerator, and within 3-4 days or in a week it will come. So it is same as e-procurement. When you are purchasing material online by using e-procurement tools, it will get ordered within in a same on same day, and you will receive that material within 2 days. So what is the basic process of procurement? So there are 7 steps of procurement. First step is identify goods or services. Second is explore and select the vendors. That means the goods and services, which vendors are providing that specific good or services. Okay, so we need to choose the vendor. Submit. Then third step is, once you finalize with the vendor, submit the purchase requisition. That means I want to purchase this material from this particular vendor. Fourth step is create the purchase order, which usually we say in short form as PO. Then receive that order. Okay, the goods are received. Pay for that goods, and then record or keep the record of that good for audit purpose. Audit means after year end we do audits on purchasing, selling, everything. So in that audit it should be reflected. So what are the e-procurement suites or the components of e-procurement? First component is indent management. Second is RFX creation. I'll explain all those things. Third one is bid submission, bid option, e-auction. If you have heard about e-auction or auction, so then vendor selection. That means which vendor is going to we are going to finalize with, and vendor contract management. So all these are the components of e-procurement suite. E-procurement is basically of two types, direct and indirect. There are lot many types of procurement, but these two are just to understand procurement, how procurement is done. Indirect and direct procurement. Uh, we already discussed about business processes. Okay, so as a business process, the segmentation, some segmentations must work parallel together. So these are two processes, indirect and direct process, direct procurement process. So these two processes are connected, interconnected with each other. Partially these are partially these are dependent on each other, and what is indirect procurement? So indirect procurement is a sourcing or purchasing of materials, goods and services necessary for internal usage. Now what is this? Indirect procurement is, say for example, I am having a business, and in my business I have nearly 20 employees. So I'm going to set up my business for the first time. So to set up any business or start any business, what things you need? uh, like I need a room, or I need an office to set up. In that office, definitely I need different kinds of utilities or some technologies, some facilities which I should provide to the employees. Okay, so examples I have listed here. Travel, if that particular business needs traveling allowances. Some technologies, that means we need 3 4 computers to start business, then phones, surely, and some other softwares and hardwares. Some utilities that might be for water, or some providing some facilities to employees, and other managements. So this is called as indirect procurement. That means we use these kinds of goods and services for our internal use. That is not for the production at all. It is for only internal use. Then direct procurement. So direct procurement is the acquisition of goods and material. Now this is important. Acquisition of goods and materials or services which are directly applied to the organization's production, own production of materials or goods. So while I'm producing some product, one important product, and for that product, what kind of raw material I need to list out all those things, and acquiring those materials is called as direct procurement. So indirect procurement is for internal usage of business, and direct procurement is to uh, organization's production. Okay, so what are direct procurement examples? Like raw material, machineries, different machineries we need to design or develop any product, and the end products. So direct and indirect procurements are circular business processes. Circular means these are dependent on each other. So direct procurement is seen as a mean of creating profit margin and competitive advantages. Now you tell me, ki, which kind of procurement is better, indirect procurement or direct procurement? This is the question for you. Which kind of procurement is profitable to the business, indirect procurement or direct procurement? As well as to which kind of procurement I need to give importance, direct or indirect procurement? This is a question for you. Then again you will find some different types of procurements. Here I have listed stock procurement, single procurement, vendor managed inventory, just in time procurement, just in sequence procurement. So you just remember these types. These are the ways of doing procurement online. So only this thing you need to know ki what type of procurements can be there. What are the different benefits of e-procurements? So e-procurement is to reduce your time, okay, increase your market reach, right? That means if online you are buying or selling something on the procurement tools, definitely your market reach will be huge. That means by wide angle you can have different buyers and sellers on the online portal. Ensures the safety of all information being provided by the user. Definitely, whatever data we upload on the websites or portals, that data is always safe and secure than any pen paper data. Uh, Again, it reduces, simplifies the steps involved and which is cost cutting. So the steps are very easy. As you know, if you are buying something on Amazon, the steps to buy something from Amazon, it is very easy, right? And